Ah, shut up. All right. Y'all finally got me. After a perfect streak, I ruined it. After a good streak of being on time, I ruined it. Hardy, hard, 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 hard. Ha 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 ha. 25. Oh, Lord, I am 25. I mean, golly. Oh, well, it'll be all right. Y'all will come back and watch it at some point. See, I'm live. Ain't no shame in the game, just shame that I'm just a little bit late. It's okay. It's all right. There we go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not my fault. It wasn't me. It isn't how I did it. Finally late, bro. You know how good I've been doing for motherfuckers to be like, I'm finally late. That's crazy. Now look. Now listen. Now listen. I like how my shit just didn't register at all. That's crazy. Don't ask me questions like that, Angie. Tipster bullies. No. We leave all that to little old Bo Blacks. That's Bo Blacks territory. Around here, why do your streams early? Well, if we really answer that question and then go to the live tab, I've been I've done the streams in the afternoon and the evening. I haven't done an early one in a while. So be comfortable in being wrong. But like, bro, I was on a hot streak. I was doing good. But you know, sometimes players fuck up. Players for sure fuck up. The reason I haven't really started is because I'm turning lights on. If I wasn't turning lights on, I'd already started. Let's go bullying. No. Ugh. I need a drink. Here's what we're gonna do. To answer Dilzy's question. That's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna answer Dilzy's question first. Here's the thing. You wanna know why? At first, this was gonna be at like 1:30, but I said, and this is part of the reason why I'm late. I'm not gonna make it to 1:30. I'm gonna fall asleep. But then I decided, why wait? I was doing these early. Technically, I'm early because this was supposed to be at 1:30. So even though I changed it to 10, you know, I'm still kind of semantics. I know. The semantics of it don't look good at all. Do you want to see me in my natural habitat? Doesn't matter. You're gonna see me anyway. When I bring the penis out, there's a problem. I'm rock hard. I got my heart out. See, what you just heard is how you make a sexual joke. It's how you actually make a sexual joke. Do that sound good? I'm glad I realized that, this is not a problem because I streamed on Twitch yesterday and my camera was fucked up and I was concerned that it was my camera. I was concerned that it was the wires. I was concerned that it was a lot of shit. Fortunately, it was just OBS being a bitch. Hi, everybody. Whoa! I forgot. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Hold on. Let me grab water. Oh, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you all are feeling some form of love today. Whether you get some love from a significant other or your right hand, I hope you feeling some love today. You know? You know? No thanks. That's a poor man's mentality right there. That is a poor man's mentality. Shall we begin? Because there's only one topic. But I feel like this might go the full distance because I, unfortunately, while speaking about it in a hilarious degree, I have not really watched any of anything. I've just been laughing at how stupid some of this shit is. Because how are you 0 for 3? How you ruined Black History Month? Oh, wrong thing. You ruined Black History Month and you ruined Valentine's Day. Because this is not supposed to be a yearly occurrence. This is not supposed to be a tradition. This is not supposed to be something funny that we can all do every year. This is disturbing. It's disturbingly bad how non-accurate this guy is when it comes to this topic of Loli. Now look, to summarize, for anybody who just so happens to not know what is going on, some guy, matter of fact, I think it's right here. That guy, right there in the middle, got caught. I ain't gonna say got caught. He exposed himself for having porn on his computer. Now, look, we all had porn on our computers. Pretty sure we done jerked it a couple times in some embarrassing situations, But I'm willing to bet my fingers on my right hand. A lot of you don't have horse porn on your computer where the horse is having coitus with a child. And listen, you got all these people who are like, well, it's not fair because think of the context of this and think of the context of that, and you don't have the full context of this, and you don't have the full context of that, and you don't have the full context of this, and you don't have the full context of that, and you don't have the full context of this, and you don't have the full context of that. Bro, I don't know how to break it to anybody. If somebody alerts me that somebody has child porn on their computer, I'm just going to believe it. And the reason I'm going to believe it is because why in the blue hell am I going to seek information regarding somebody I know and the potential porn they have on their computer? If they got it, I'm not going to invest further time into it. If you got it on there, you got it on there. If you got that on there, you got it on there. And there's nothing I can do about that other than raise my eyebrow. This dude, why is every time he speaks on this topic, he is never really the person that starts it? He's not, what would you even call him? The catalyst? Not even that. Because he's never the person with the porn. He's always defending somebody. Whether it be his friend, or in this case, somebody he doesn't even know. And look, I've heard, I got snippets of this. I heard that it's bad. I heard that it's bad. But maybe it's good. Maybe he does some poignant defense. He's got 14K views, so clearly people watched it. They wanted his input. So obviously, he did something right. Right? Do I play a game while doing this? You know what? I'm gonna see how long. I'm gonna turn a game on. I'm gonna see how long I can last before I get bored. I feel like that's the right way to do it. I'm gonna be fair to the tip. No, I'm getting no's for my question I asked earlier. Oh Lord, it's already loud. There's no way. A lot of dislikes apparently. Well, I unfortunately don't have the extension that gives me the information on the dislikes. So boo-hoo to little old me. and all the things I hold dear. You know? Or hilariously long. So you know what? Tipster.
Cheers, my dude. Love ya. No homo.
Apparently that meant people were gay based on how he explains somebody making the same joke at him. But Tipster, you're pretty much a slow talker, so we're gonna 1.7 you and begin
Because it's a doozy for sure. So let's go ahead and let's get into the topic. Let me go ahead and switch to my screen share so we can just jump right into it.
No oh shits, oh shits, oh shits. We might be getting a new Tipster, everybody.
So as you guys know, for sure. So
Just started from
there's no
the
better way
beginning.
to just get a creator who is a leftist content creator known as Vosh. This is somebody that I've been subscribed to for a while now. I've enjoyed their content quite a bit. I've kind of followed their content on the internet for quite some time. I think I originally heard of them when they went by Irish Laddie and they were part of Destiny's community. Now, obviously, in recent years,
Oh, who cares? Why? I get that you got. I get it. You got to set it up for people who may not know who this motherfucker is. But you could just be like, "This is Vosh, formerly known as fucking Irish Laddie." First of all, what a name.
Vosh's community, Destiny's community, they don't get along all that well. But I did first hear about Vosh through Destiny's community. And, once they started a channel of their own, I didn't initially watch their stuff, but eventually, down the line, I started watching their stuff. And I actually really enjoyed it. I like the content they put out. I am a regular viewer of their stuff for sure. Now, I will say this, and I think this is the best way to preface this topic, because there's so many people misrepresenting not just Vosh's, situation here, but they're also misrepresenting anyone who's defending Vosh. Like,
Listen, let me say this out the books. This is what I know. Think of me, that you got a lot of people who like to say that with their videos or their evidence or their profile online, they like to speak for the people. I represent the normal people who don't speak internet and who don't really follow this shit along. You just kind of get the cliff notes as the days go by. Here's what the normal man has seen. A guy in Vosh who has made content around debating people, and on occasion, which has kind of made him synonymous, on occasion has used child porn as a debate tactic. Now, definitely stronger things to use as a debate tactic, and people were weirded out by that. It's my understanding that those clips were taken out of context. And people have just used them to har and laugh at Vosh and just like make fun of him because Weirdo Online is using child porn as a debate tactic. Okay, understandable. But then the other day, this motherfucker had porn on his computer of children. And to me, you debating and using that as debate tactics, okay, that's years ago. But then I find out you have it on your computer, and apparently his response was but it looks like this, actually. And that was recent. This wasn't like a month ago. This wasn't a year ago. This was recent. So anything regarding a couple years ago, fine. But when he's explaining this recently and doing the age thing recently, it calls into question a lot. It does. So hopefully the Loli lawyer here will be able to help us all out and fight back. It's the sixth creator in a few years who is anti-Loli because they equate it to child porn, who then has either drawn it or had a massive amount of... Well, you can't equate it. That's what it is. There's no equating this to anything. It's what it is. Like, I'm sorry to any of my anime fans out there who've been diehard defending some of this shit, apparently, but it's what it is. It's what it is. It's a form of porn, and it's not the good porn. It's the bad porn. It's the porn that really should have you questioning your morality if you consume it, buy it, pull your pants down to it. Duh. You know what happened the last time we talked about this shit? Y'all saw what was on my Twitter feed. Titties. But it was like women's titties. Adult women's titties. And I was just sitting there like, why isn't this on y'all computers? Why isn't this on y'all Twitter feeds? Why isn't any of this on y'all Twitter? Why isn't normal shit on y'all Twitter feeds?
Like, I can't tell you how many times today I've been told something along the lines of, you know, I'm a pedophile, or I'm a lolicon, or I'm a zoophile, or I'm defending all of those things, which none of those things are the case whatsoever. They're even saying that I'm in favor of the legalization of like child pornography and adults having sex with children. And again, none of these things are fucking true.
All right.
And a lot of these comments are based on things that—
Good. You coward. Fight back. Make sure you fighting back hard, because it's looking bad for you.
people are claiming Vosh has done. But again, none of these things are true. And you guys will see that as I go over the situation as we continue on. But in any case, one thing I will say is that Vosh has definitely used some interesting analogies over the years. They are analogies that I would not have used if I were trying to make the arguments that Vosh was making. And these are even arguments that Vosh himself has said that, in hindsight, probably not the best analogies to use in order to get across the points that he was trying to make. And so Vosh is pretty upfront with that too. Yeah, I said some dumb shit in the past. It's not, you know, the way the clips are put out, it's not representative of anything that he believes, but a lot of people will clip chimp statements he's made in the past to try and make it seem like he was making arguments in favor of things that he wasn't actually making, right? But it's all based on bad analogies that he's made in the past for sure. In any case, though, I want to go ahead and I want to get into how this drama started, because the way this drama started is easily one of the stupidest things ever, because it should be the kind of thing that, you know, it happens to streamers sometimes. You just kind of laugh about it for a few days, you know, the streamer themselves, they kind of shrug it off, haha, funny, you know, have your laughs, whatever. And then
you know what? You're so right. I might be saying Tipster W at the end of this, but it's a little bit, you know how 10 seconds ago, what the fuck was I just saying? You saw female adult titties come across my screen. I definitely laughed at it. It's a little bit different when you have to fucking immediately turn your stream off screaming, oh, and it's horses fucking little girls. There's a little difference here, buddy.
You just move on. It's the sort of thing you just move on from it after a while. And somehow, some way, people have managed to take a situation that should have just been a funny moment in streaming history and then just moved on. And they've managed to turn that into Vosh is a pedophile, and Vosh is trying to speak in favor of the legalization of child pornography, and like Vosh is in favor of kids having sex with adults, and it's just like, it's nuts, okay? So let's get to the start of how this drama started. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of a moment that happened on a Vosh stream, and I gotta be honest, every time I see this clip, this moment is hilarious to me, especially the way it ends. It ends so abruptly, and it's just really funny, okay? It's just really fucking funny. So I'm gonna play the clip for you guys to give you guys—
Ahsoka, stop spoiling, you heathen. We know. He's 0 for 3. He ruined my Valentine's Day. I was going to ask my Valentine. You know, I don't know why I'm lying. I ain't got no Valentine. He ruined my Valentine because I was going to be cool. I was going to chill. But then he ruined it. He ruined all of it.
Some context here. Vosh was streaming. Vosh has been going through the infamous fashion arc right now. Thank you.
He donated $19.99.
Thank you.
Hey, Big Tip, how are you doing? Love your content, bro. Let's meet up and drink and discuss Vosh.
Thank you very much for the very generous $20 super chat. Thank you. And I'm glad you enjoyed the content. I really am. Thank you so much. But Vosh was, you know, he's on his fashion arc, and he was on stream showing some stuff that I guess he was planning to buy or something to add to his fashion wardrobe. And in this moment, he accidentally leaked his porn collection. Oh, shit. Not his entire porn collection, but a folder where he had some, you know, saucy—
Blackster thumbnail. Yes. Wait, what? We're celebrating Black History Month. I'm sorry.
Images in there. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the clip.
Diversity.
It's really funny. Obviously, I've censored the clip because I can't be showing you guys pornography on my stream.
Why? Now look. Another thing normal man has heard through the grapevine is that apparently little Tipster at no point shows anybody any form of reference as to what it is. And I'm not going to say Tipster is the one saying this part. I'm going to be the one saying Tipster is maybe playing in this ballpark. There's a contentious group that wants to say things like, well, if Vosh has child porn and you know about it, how come you're not showing it to your YouTube channel? Which, brain dead as that take is, everybody with a brain knows that's not how you do that. Why? Because your channel could go away. Your semantics of, well, shouldn't Voss's go away? You could be right about that, depending on how fast he reacts to it, which to my understanding, he reacted pretty fast. All I know is on Twitch, motherfucker would have been banned. I still, to this waking day, because this has gone on for like 3 days, have not seen it. I'm just believing it. I'm not wasting my fucking time looking to confirm. I'm just be like, yep, there you go. But as the days went on, the Loli lawyers seemed to come out, and they've been really loving the fact that they got to defend some shit like this.
But here's a censored version of the clip.
I even heard this has something to do with the trans community. I can't wait to figure that one out.
It happens fast, so be careful. You might miss it.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Oh my god. The way
I'm not rewinding it to go see it.
he screams at the end. What? Let's watch it
You can see
again.
this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Thank you for the membership. Fucking simp.
Thank you.
Lady Zubat joined the Kuma Nation. 26 month. Today is my birthday and you're streaming. Today is good.
Well, happy birthday. Everybody wish Lady Zubat in the chat a very happy birthday. Yeah, the scream
Happy birthday, random person. I won't blame you for your lolly lawyer.
at the end is the funniest thing ever. I can't stop watching this clip because it's so funny.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Let me tell you that OBS fucking like kill switch.
Apparently, Vosh's audience is majority trans. Great. What does that have to do with the trans community? That a guy who is not trans has porn on his computer. Like when y'all break that down, then we might be able to get somewhere. But because there's no correlation between those two, I'm going to say somebody's full of shit.
Switch at the end though, marvelous, absolutely fun. It's like perfect, okay? And if you've ever been a streamer, you know that like when it comes to something fucked up happening on your stream, you are quick to hit that kill switch to end your stream because holy shit, it's about to go down if you don't fix that for sure. But very funny clip for sure. Now, like I said, this should have easily been a moment where it's like, haha, streamer did a funny, accidentally showed porn on their stream, and you just move on. You laugh at them for a little bit. You have you jokes and memes and whatnot, and you just move on. And at first, it seemed like that's how it was going to go. Even I cracked some jokes on Twitter about the whole situation. One of the jokes I made is something along the lines of next time you'll watch porn on your phone or something like that. Which, interestingly enough,
Funny. That's not even like his original joke. That's everybody's joke when it comes to the porn.
just in December, Vosh had some interesting takes on watching porn on your phone, and I think that he could have easily avoided this controversy if he had just watched porn on his phone. But in any case, let's skip your stream computer, okay? Something like porn, somewhere else you don't use for streaming or anything like that. Watch porn on a separate computer, or watch. The last thing I want is to have a fucking DSP moment and become like a living fucking meme. Like, now granted, based on the out of context clips that you've been seeing circulating around the internet, justify it, which is great because neither do I, and neither does Vosh. Now, granted, based on the out of context clips that you've been seeing circulating around the internet, I'm sure that you would think that he does justify those things, but that's not the case. And that's why we're talking about this, because so many of the people chiming in on the situation, including H3H3, are completely misrepresenting everything that Vosh has ever said to make arguments that Vosh hasn't actually said. And so that's the issue we have here. I saw the clips online. That's why I said that. I would assume that that's why. And here's the thing. I can't blame you or anyone else really for seeing those clips and thinking that's what he said, because they were clipped in such a blatantly dishonest way that that's the intention, to make you think that. You're looking at clips, and keep in mind, anybody who's in my community knows that I don't use terms like alt-right and Nazi. Like,
You're lying. What? You're lying. He's lying. Fucker. Now look, I've been told that as a child, I would only remember things that I would want to remember. And that's true. Why the fuck would I want to remember pointless shit when I can remember shit that is interesting enough for me to remember? And this fucker called Melanie Mac a fucking, I ain't gonna say Nazi, but right-winger. He's called a couple people right-wingers. And there's no shame in doing that. It's a fucking thing a lot of people do. You can casually call motherfuckers right-wingers, bro. You not this fucking beacon of hope. Matter of fact, hold on. I just gotta. Because if we were to fucking sit around and look through Tipster's catalog, can we really hope that he hasn't called motherfuckers this? Can we hope? Hold on, let's see. Oh my God, why are they all slow? Register this shit at 1.7. He's slow.
talking about this article that, like I said, came out about a week ago, a little over a week ago. This is on 2Fab. It says Wayne Brady comes out as pansexual. And hey, we got a lot of respect for someone who can be true to who they are, be honest with who they are, and share it with the world. So round of applause for him.
I find the thumbnail a bit disturbing. Too bad, so sad. What the kids say, coat mauled seethe, you know, as the kids say nowadays. As what they say.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at a little bit of this article before we get into the rest of it.
Oh no, but never mind. I'm not about to sit here and fucking comb through all this shit. No.
I feel like it gets overused in the online left way too much. Like basically anybody that disagrees with them gets labeled a Nazi or an alt-right and stuff like that. But these are clips that literally, the majority of the time you see people using these clips to make bad faith arguments against Vosh, it's always by Nazis, almost always by Nazis and alt-righters. Okay? And so that's what they want you to think. They want to clip these conversations and these analogies he's making, which admittedly are very fucking bad analogies, to say the least. But having said that, they clip these analogies out of context to make it seem like he's saying something that he's not, that he's justifying adults having sex with minors or the existence.
Leon talking like an elderly man. That's how I get you, motherfuckers. I'm 24 now, but guess what? 25 is coming up. And apparently, that's the grave. That's the ticket to the old folks home, being 25.
Of child pornography, and that's simply not the case. And I'm hoping that through the course of this stream, I can show you guys that that's not the case. But ultimately, all I can do is say my piece and my thoughts on the matter, and you guys come to your own conclusion on how you feel about it at the end. That's really all I can do.
Motherfucker, people walked away hating your response because it's the same shit again. But I haven't heard your response in full yet.
But in any case, here we go.
At a computer, watching porn on your phone is normal. I know. I genuinely don't understand why you have a computer. What? The only reason I ever use my phone for anything is because I can't use my computer. My computer is a better phone. It's massively better in every way.
Oh, why are we still on the phone shit? Get to the porn.
Or a little over a month ago, the boss was talking about how it's kind of cringe to watch porn on the phone. Now, to the current drama. Like I said, it's just a funny moment.
It took 26 minutes? It took 26 minutes for this. Bro. Whatever.
A really funny fucking moment where you could easily have, like, something like this happen to a streamer, you laugh at it, and then you move on. But of course, this is the internet, and there are a lot of people who dislike Vosh. And so because of that, people are trying to use this as a way to kind of spin, Vosh into being a pedophile or a lolicon and all this crazy shit. Because apparently my understanding of this is, I haven't looked up the images, because if there is legitimately lolicon in that folder, I want to see that shit, okay?
What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't looked at it? Shouldn't you, as the Loli lawyer, want to make sure that before you do a stream on this shit, you fucking make sure, you make explicitly sure that you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed, just so that you could say, hey, you fuckers, you're all wrong about this shit. I've seen it. Here it is. And here's the background. But I shit you not, I feel like this fuck is going to go the route of, hey, everybody, it's important for us to really think to ourselves. There's no Loli. Because I know what it's like. I was told he does I know what it's like because I've been in this scenario before. And you should not admit that to people, that you've been through this before, because then a motherfucker's going to ask, what do you mean you've been through this before? You've had people subject you to insults about Loli. And he has. And I believe it's been a year to the day, if not.
But my understanding is of all the pornographic images that were in the folder, apparently one or two of them were found to potentially be Loli, or there was allegedly an artist who drew these pieces that were lolicon artists, okay? And my understanding is Vosh has responded to this, because I watched his stream. He did respond to all this, and he said something along the lines of, like, I downloaded it. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. But I downloaded it. It didn't really seem like Loli to me at the time, but I've since come to find out that the artist who drew it is a lolicon, and so...
What do you mean you downloaded it because you didn't feel like it was Loli at the time? Fuck what you feel is what it is. Oh, please, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm the judge, and I'm hearing the cases out, and no, bruh. You can't do the, hey, I don't think it is, so meow, but then going back, oh my, it is. You can't do that.
I disavow that piece of art. Like, obviously, like, if I knew it was Loli, I wouldn't have downloaded it. And here's the thing, right? This is where I talk about, like, how people's brain...
Wait, it is? Wait. So he confirmed that it is. He confirmed that it's Loli. You just confirmed it through recanting his words. So he had it on his computer. Therefore, we're done here. You're done. You're guilty. You're guilty. Why is Tipster defending Vosh again? I don't think this is his friend. I think this is just like someone he associates with. And I don't even think it's closely. So, like, I know Keffels is his friend. Like, he says that Keffels is his friend. I don't think Vosh is his friend. I think these motherfuckers are just, like, associated probably just by political ideology and nothing else. Like, and nothing else. So, because I don't think he's ever fucking said, hey, my best buddy's Vosh, or like, I'm friends with Vosh. I don't think he's ever said that. But back to the main point, fuck friendship. So he admitted, yeah, I didn't think it was Loli at first, but then I went to go check, and oh my God, the artist who draws it draws lolicon, so I don't want to be around that. Then you confirm it via your statement of his words. So we got that. We got that he had it. We got that it was on his computer for whatever length of time, to the point where he was shamed into ending his stream and then having to explain it by, I'm guessing, what you just said. Oh, I thought I didn't know it was Loli, but then I found out because I'm such a journalist. Then I deleted it. How long did he have it before that? Did anybody ask that question? And yeah, axe. Because I know what you fuckers like to comment under my videos because you're bullies. So this fucker just had this until it was time to get questioned by his audience? That don't help. Tipster, the verdict is coming. The jury is deliberating right now, Tipster, and it don't look good. That doesn't look good that you just sat here and recanted what this man himself had to admit was a quote mistake up until, because I shit you not, if the fucker did not get caught with this shit, it would have still been there. It probably still is. Who's to say that it's gone? Who's to say that this shit is gone? What we gotta do? Make sure he shows us his files? That's another thing. Apparently this shit was next to his tax documents. I want to unblock Tipster and just DM him to ask him to like come into a space where he won't get ragdolled by like 5 different people, just to have him explain this shit to me. But the reason why I won't do it is because I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of seeing that and then blocking me and then screenshotting my message. I won't give you that satisfaction, dear buddy. The jury hasn't reached their verdict yet, but I got 10. Whoa! Nope. Hard disavow. I'm glad I don't read what you motherfuckers like say to me. I'm glad. I'm glad I never really read what y'all. I read what y'all say, but I don't say it aloud, just to make sure.
Things go to mush when the topic of lolicon comes up, because whenever you talk about this shit, nobody can have any rational conversations about it or look at the nuances of it or anything like that.
I just had a rational conversation with myself just now that Vosh kind of didn't delete this shit until it became something to delete. So if this fucker never had this shit brought up, who's to say that he still has this on his computer? Even now, fuck him getting caught. Who's to say you don't have it on his computer now?
It's just like, oh, it was, you looked at that stuff or you've engaged with that stuff before, you must be a pedophile. And it's like, do you know how much harm it causes to just go around labeling random people pedophiles over the most like mundane fucking shit?
Donated $19.99.
Thank you, I
If
appreciate
you're
that.
happy you read my donation. I was always a huge fan.
Thank you.
Back to my drink offer. My schedule is open. I can provide the ride.
He's not guilty just yet, Jalen Smith. By the way, terrible name given the context of the famous Smith family. You know, you've been given the terrible name badge. Be ashamed of yourself and what you do to embarrass your lineage. It's probably not even your real name. You bastardo. But guess what? He's not guilty just yet. He might be. He just might be.
You need to do is give me the bar. You want to meet up? Okay, bros. Let's keep in.
I don't think it's a good idea to be meeting up with fans in that way, but I do appreciate the offer. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. But in any case, nobody wants to like look at these situations and have like a rational conversation about it. They instantly just want to label people pedophiles and shit like that, which is absolutely insane. Okay. This is why, like, I don't have any interest in when you're talking about, like...
Or Jalen, who is legit defending Vosh. I don't give a fuck what a racist has to say. Like, I know that y'all probably like that dude, but, like, that fucking racist was going around Twitter like, oh, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. You're taking things out of context. Bro, I don't need to have the context for you, Jalen. You've been going around busting that hard R once a month. You're a schizophrenic who apparently does crack with their ex-girlfriend. Like, I don't think I really need to be listening to you and your takes about porn. You're just a terrible human being.
You know, animated porn or like drawings of like characters done up in porn and stuff like that. I personally don't get off to that shit. And I would encourage people to
avoid
that
who does?
Because especially when you talk about like anime stuff, you could look at like an art piece of something and it looks totally fine to you on the surface. Like it looks like it's...
Who's Jalen, a transgender racist who's trying to virtue signal for somebody to care about them?
Nothing suspect about the image at all.
Glad I could sum that up for you, baby.
I think you look into the lore of the character and suddenly you find out it's like a fucking 16-year-old girl or something. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, like, come on.
Wait, didn't your buddy Vosh just do that? He had it for who knows how long. Nobody can get a direct answer on that one. Nobody can get like a right answer about that. Because he has the ability to just lie about it. Say, oh, I had it for like a few days. He could have had that shit for months. He could have had that shit for months. If we really being honest, nobody knows how long he had that shit. This guy could have been having that shit stored for who knows how long, kept it nice and tight on his computer, and then the one day he fucks up is the day conveniently it could go his way of, oh, I only had it for this amount of time. It was only this. This is how it went down, and that should be the end of it. Honestly, perfect get out of jail free card. But when your lolly lawyers are fucking up your defense, you're ruining it for yourself. And apparently he's making some response video about this. Apparently all of this shit is going to lead to some big response, which would be like the third response to this shit whenever he ends up making it, whether it be in a week's time frame or whatever the fuck. And his response was to basically say, yo, thought it was goblins, thought it was this, that, and third. He gave the typical excuses when you get caught with this shit. And if that fucking video doesn't match his responses, he's cooked for lying.
What the fuck, okay? And I could see like a situation happening like that to someone where they would download an image like that and not even realize that it's of an underage character, and then they find out it's an underage character. Well, shit, like I didn't fucking know that, and they just delete it and move on with their lives. That's probably what should happen. But on the internet, it doesn't happen that way. If you've had any engagement whatsoever with that type of material, people instantly, well, you're just a fucking pedophile. And it's like when you talk to like people like normies about this stuff, they're just like, well, of course that person's not a pedophile. It was like a harmless mistake, whatever the fuck, right? It's kind of like, I think the best analogy I can use is say you're someone in your like early to mid 20s and you're at a shopping mall. And
I'm in my early 20s, so this shall relate to me.
Meet, a girl that you find attractive and you walk up to them and you ask them on a date, right? And when you ask them on a date, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm 17 years old. And the person goes, oh shit, my bad.
Oh, Heckin's here. Heckin, to confirm, it was OBS. Because I turned on the camera and nothing was wrong. Nothing broke. It was OBS the whole time. Isn't that great? Isn't it great to know that it was OBS and OBS only? It was OBS only. Aren't we proud? Shoo-ba-doo-wop, shoo-ba-doo-wop.
I apologize. And they just move on with their day. Would any normal, rational person call that person a pedophile? Of course not. Nobody would call that person a pedophile because they're not a pedophile, okay? They asked someone out on a date that they didn't realize what their age were. And then when they found out about their age, they're like, oh, okay, my bad, I didn't know. I'm sorry. But like the internet doesn't think that way. The internet is constantly on a witch hunt to identify, one reason.
So look, since I'm in my early 20s, I'll help Tipster out here. In the mind of anyone with a brain, you're going to look at that and think, pretty yikesy, my boy, that you would have all that on your phone, my boy. It's not good to have on your phone, my boy. And I, as a young 20-year-old, do not feel comfortable being compared to a guy who's probably past his mid-20s having child porn on his fucking computer. You cannot equate those. Those are not the same. Especially when this fucker is somebody who goes on the internet and produces witch hunts on people based on what they say politically.
Reason or another to hate someone, or one reason or another to attack someone. And so when they see situations like this, it's not just, oh, you know what, this person, they could have downloaded that image by accident, it's no big deal. No, you're a pedophile. Instantly you're a pedophile because you downloaded this fucking image. Anyway, I kind of went on a tangent there, but like this is what I'm talking about. Where nobody can have a rational discussion about this shit. It's always grab the torch and pitchforks and let's cancel someone and let's put labels on them that don't fucking apply. It's very fucking insane to me. And it's really fucking annoying. Anyway, so like I said, a lot of people, they started digging into these images. They allegedly found that some of these images, like one or two of these images might be Loli. And so they went on the Vosh is a pedophile thing. Now, H3H3 fired up a stream talking about this. And initially I thought, oh, he's just going to poke fun at him for the whole, the whole porn folder thing, which again, it's funny. I think it's a funny thing. And I think it would be funny for a lot of people to poke fun at it.
It's funny having ha-has with interactions with people in real life where you think a girl is maybe 24, turns out she's 17. Then you back away. But it's different when you're a guy who has porn on his computer when he's 29 years of fucking age and it's child porn. Why was that his comparison? This fucker was just talking about, yeah, you know, Vosh, that was a pretty bad comparison or a pretty bad thing to use as a debate topic. Fuck, the pot calling the kettle black today, Tipster. This is wild to me.
What I did not expect is what unfolded on that stream, which was the most bad faith misrepresentation of Vosh and his character I have ever seen from someone I didn't expect to have it. You know, you expect that sort of thing from political opponents of Vosh. You don't expect that sort of thing from someone.
What do you mean political opponents of Vosh, Tipster? Say it. Say it, Tipster. What are they? What are they, Tipster? Don't try to hide from it now. You know what they are. They're the evil right wingers. Oh, so look, also funny tidbit that I also saw. You see Saggy Melons right there? Saggy Melons is a fucking dumbass. Because Saggy, instead of being like me and just like watching this shit from a distance play out, Saggy was like, why are all of you talking about Tipster? And I told her, you got a habit of just jumping into shit without context. And she got pissy. And then she goes in the chat and fucking tries to be all understanding and whatnot. She gets demodded and then banned for like 2 minutes. And then I'm glad to see she got remodded. But hey, Saggy, if you watch this in the future, me and my friends have a saying. You can't jump in front of dick without testing to see if it got a disease. And you got a bad habit for jumping in front of dick without testing it, bro. Stop. Stop that. Stop doing that. Bad for your hands. Just stop that. Stop that altogether. Stop jumping in front of dick without testing it. You just like Tipster ain't got to defend everybody. You ain't got to defend everybody. Let motherfuckers fail sometime. Because you let them fail, you never got to worry about a thing. You just got to worry about if a motherfucker going to ask you about it. And when they ask you about it, just be like, yeah, cool out with the fools out. That's on him, not on me. Isn't that easy? Wasn't Saggy friends with Tipster? I believe she still is. But guess what? That will not stop somebody like me from saying, Saggy, you look like a fucking dumbass. Because who told you to get into this conversation without understanding? I even think she's on Twitter talking about something. Haven't you seen it now? Hold on. Now I gotta know. Because Saggy is one of these dizzy dipshits who would do something like this. Let me see. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. This is why I love you. Always got the tea. Do I really? Where is it? Oh! Bam Bam with the Wham-a-Lams. Well, also, that's me during Mardi Gras. And this fucker is like, Leon's doing blackface. Kiss my ass. Well, I said fuck it and looked at the images of Vosh had, and it looks like every hentai that's out there. No child. No child. No child. Add Saggy to the Loli lawyer list. However, I think hentai is pretty much sus now when you think about it. Avoid it because a lot of hentais feature high school. So it's just like it, but avoid it because it's a problem. Because it features high schoolers. So which is it? Is it fine or is it not fine? Here's the easiest way y'all could do this shit. If it looked like a child, don't engage. If it looked like a child, don't engage at all. Sexually, basic conversation, don't do it. Jerk off to MILFs. Fuck it. JILFs. Grandmas I'd like to fuck. This is not fine. And she did more, which made me laugh. Also, me in blackface again. This whole Voss situation needs to open a conversation about depictions of minors in anime and hentai. As someone who grew up watching anime, even shows like Sailor Moon displayed inappropriate nudity for 14-year-olds. There's so many animes and hentai focused on high schools and usually focused on 14 and 15-year-old freshmen. So overall, what was on Voss's computer doesn't appear to be what Loli. Incorrect. The characters are more than likely high schoolers. Again, so which is it? There's so many animes and hentai focus on high schools and usually focus on 14 to 15-year-olds or freshmen. So overall, what was on Voss's computer doesn't appear to be what Loli is. However, you can still consider it bad since the characters are more than likely high schoolers. So they weren't little girls. They were just teenage girls. Y'all think that's a good enough tweet? Y'all think that's a good enough tweet? Y'all think this is a good enough tweet? I think it's a good enough tweet. Is there any more? And another thing, nobody's gonna have no interesting, thought-provoking conversation about anime and high schoolers. You know why? As a guy who watches anime, I watch grown adults kill each other. I watch grown adults seek to kill children. I watch children getting superpowers so that they can commit genocide as teenagers and young adults. Here's the thing. Here's the blatant thing. You don't have to watch the shit. Because guess what? Nothing any of us Americans say has an impact on where this shit comes from. Where does this come from? Oh, yeah, Japan. These motherfuckers frequent this shit. Do you know that there is an infamous fucking anime, arguably hentai, I would argue it's hentai, of vampires in high school. It's called High School DxD. Now look, as a teenager, if you go seek that out, ain't no shame in your game. You 35 watching that shit, we got a problem. Because that's teenagers. Naked. I ain't talking about naked censored. I'm talking naked uncensored. How do I know that? I watched that shit as a teenager. But I ain't watching that shit no more. I ain't watching that shit never again. I had my fun with it as a 15-year-old. And I'm 24 now. Fuck. Y'all are not giving great defenses for this motherfucker. This whole Voss situation needs to open up a conversation about depictions of minors. Yeah, go to Japan and have that fucking conversation. It's fucking YouTubers ain't gonna do shit but save it, bookmark it, and bring it to their fucking spank bank. Jesus! That's another thing. You remember the last time y'all had an open conversation about depictions of minors? Y'all went from thinking that it was a little girl, to a little boy. Oh yeah, we really saved each other. Oh, you're not a lolicon, you're a shotacon. You like to see little boys get fucked. Oh, that makes it better. That definitely makes it better. That puts a starry sunshine on my ass, knowing that instead of little girls, you want to see little boys get fucked.
Like H3H3. So when I saw H3H3 engaging in this behavior, I was like, really, man? Are you fucking kidding me right now? It's absolutely insane. So I tweeted at the time, I did not have Voss versus H3H3 Productions on my 2024 bingo card. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of you guys know H3H3 and you're familiar with the H3 podcast. You know, I haven't been the biggest fan of H3. I like his content again. He started doing podcasts, and the dynamic between the two.
Oh, wait. No skip.
Early things as they focus more on the podcast.
This is one of the parts I saw, and I want you to understand why this is the dumbest shit. Tipster's like, 0 for 1,000 on dumbass shit to say when it comes to other YouTubers and what they do.
They had some bad takes that I disagree with, but over the course of the past year, maybe year and a half, something like happened where I started to like his content again.
He says something happened. I want you to I want you to listen close. I'm not slowing it down because I'm not slowing this down because if I do, he's gonna take 10 minutes to explain it. Here, at least it's 8. But I want you to listen to what exactly this something is that got him to change his mind around H3H3.
Started doing these like debates and really destroying people, like just pearly things. Ollie London, there was a debate that he had with XQC that was really funny.
All people, Tipster, I won't say hates, but doesn't think the same as. So, what it was is he did things that you align with somewhat politically, or he shat on individuals who you don't align with politically. That's what he did. And this is what I despise about you fuckers in this group thing, is that you'll look for people who think like you and do like you, but the minute they do different from you, oh, I don't enjoy this anymore. I was really liking you. I'm having the time of my life watching your content. Why? We were having fun. We were enjoying you. We were so proud. You were taking on pearly things. First of all, it ain't hard. It ain't hard to deal with that. Nobody under the sun should have a difficult time dealing with pearly things. All you got to do is let her know that she's built like a man and she will never lead anyone to happiness. She will lead them all to more misery. These passport bros are going to Jamaica and get beat up. Congratulations, you're an alpha who's a bitch.
I was really enjoying that. And then he had this show with Hassan known as Leftovers, which I'm not the biggest fan of Hassan, but I think even people who are critical of Hassan could agree that the show Leftovers was a really good show.
It was not. It ended with motherfuckers attacking Ethan because they all had a poor misconception about that war you want everybody to pay attention to. Which, by the way, interviewing a terrorist to ask him about One Piece, yeah, wouldn't do that. Just for everybody to know. For all the people who's like, but it raises awareness. Yeah. Telling me that a bunch of Twitch streamers and YouTubers saying, I support this, is not going to stop it. Also, let's say, because a lot of people don't want to touch this shit, let's say they do. And they say, instead of free Palestine, lock Palestine up. What do you say then? Do you say, well, you're not really as informed. You're damned if you don't do it. You're not even damned if you do. You're damned if you don't do it the way people tell you to do it. You do it any other way that's not the way other people tell you to do it, you're fucked. And you're fucked by a group of people who don't pay attention to shit anyway.
Actually, if you're into left-wing politics, it was actually a really good podcast, and the dynamic between the two was awesome, which was really unfortunate when the podcast.
If was it? Because I saw a grown man crying because of another grown man's audience, so the dynamic wasn't that fucking good.
Fell apart. Obviously, H3 and Hassan had their falling out. Basically, Hassan was letting his community really misrepresent H3, and
what a fucking great dynamic!
Misrepresent him in a way that was not fair, and basically resulted in a lot of harassment towards H3. And a lot of people came to H3's defense at the time. I was one of those people that came to his defense. I know Keffels defended him, Vosh defended him. So many others came to his defense because it's like, dude, like supposedly Hassan and H3 are friends, and when H3's bringing.
Oh, and that's another thing. This fucking, we were charitable to you, so why aren't you charitable to us? Hello? I mean, thank you, but that doesn't mean he owes you.
Hassan's attention, hey, your community's being very abusive to me, and they're like misrepresenting my arguments here. Why won't you say or do anything? And he wouldn't do anything. We were just like, that's kind of fucked up. This person's supposedly your friend, and you're allowing your community to abuse him like that? That's pretty shitty. So we all went to bat for the guy. But anyway, he's been doing some cool stuff with his content lately. We're kind of grown on H3H3 again, and I've started to fall in love with the content again. And then this stream happened a couple days ago, and holy shit,
He's been doing some things like, talking about all these people who are like on the right or Nazis, and how he's dunking on them. Yeah, Ethan, you're so based and cool. But until this happened.
I'm at a loss for words. We're going to be reacting to a condensed version of this stream because the segment is like almost like 2 hours long or something like that. We don't have 2 hours to react to everything.
Oh, really? You had 2 hours to fucking watch it?
So we're going to react to a condensed version towards the end of this segment here. But just to kind of summarize what was said in this segment, there was a lot of bad faith misrepresentation of arguments that Vosh was making. Again, bad analogies that Vosh was using, analogies that even Vosh to this day will tell you, yeah, I probably should have used better analogies to make my points. Probably not the best to use the analogies I ended up using.
Buddy, you cannot say that and then in the same fucking stream out loud say, hey, I didn't see what was on the folder. Hey, Vosh admitted, yeah, it was Loli and I deleted it. So, all of this is negated. Like, and I don't know if I stressed this enough, but okay, a guy wants to use child porn as a debate tactic, fucking weird, but all right, cool. But then you have it on your computer? I don't give a fuck how long ago he was talking about this shit. He has it on his computer, immediately fucking negated. This puts all of it into question for anybody with a brain. For anybody with a brain, this puts this shit into question. I have a problem. Where's the part in this? There's a part in this that I missed that was supposed to be a segue, but we got 35 minutes into this. I want to get to my, well, actually, no, I don't want to get to my segue just yet. Where are the tweets? Where are these tweets? Because there's a part with these fucking tweets that makes me itch. Well, sharing.
Without my
commentary,
in fairness to H3H3. I will link it in the chat and you guys can check it out for yourselves. Genuinely disappointed seeing what H3H3 did to Vosh earlier tonight. You'd think after everything Hassan's community, as well as others in the past, have done to misrepresent Ethan, he wouldn't be so quick to do the same to others, yet here we are. He even used the same out-of-context clips alt-writers have used to defame Vosh time and time again.
I thought you didn't call people alt-right! What the fuck happened? Wait, didn't he say he don't call people alt-right? What the fuck are you doing? Bro, no. You see why, like, if I was ever on trial for murder, I do not want this motherfucker speaking for me. Not only has he fucked it up royally, he allowed himself to become a hypocrite from his own words. Nobody else's. His own words just fucked him. He said he doesn't typically call people alt-righters and Nazis, and he's calling motherfuckers alt-righters. I'm just waiting for the Nazi part. Where's the Nazi part in this equation? When do we get to the Nazi part of this equation? I'm ready for it.
Whatever this was intended to be, there's one thing for sure. This was not the move, and it was an extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vosh. I genuinely felt that way. I still feel that way. I've seen a lot of people compare this situation to the situation I had a year ago, which if you want to know what that situation was, you can look at it on my channel. We kind of talked about it a little earlier in the stream, but you can look at it on my channel. There's a video called Addressing the Drama. You can take a look at that for sure. And a lot of people are comparing that situation to that, and this is nothing like that situation whatsoever. Because in that situation, I came to the conclusion that, like, look, I'm not going to win this argument. People are misrepresenting the argument I'm making.
You haven't won the argument now. So listen, he lied about saying he doesn't call people alt-righters. He didn't look at the information that got Vosh on all this hot water. He's playing the scapegoat, and he used Vosh's own words against him. This motherfucker sat here and said, Vosh said that, once I found out it was Loli, I immediately got away from it. Hello? Did nobody see the problem here? Just me? Because you cannot, I stress this, you cannot, I have to stress this shit, you cannot say in a time where people are worried.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
People are worried about the entire concept.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Of a guy jerking off to.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you?
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Why did it? Hey!
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Hey, everybody! Guess who's watching the stream secretly? Everybody say hi, Peachy. Hi, Peachy. Happy Valentine. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I don't know what. The lisp makes me immediately assume political leanings. Who has a lisp? Me? Oh, dear Lord. I have a lisp? Oh, dear Lord. She's watching secretly. She doesn't want to chat. Honestly, Peachy, don't chat. Don't try to come to the defense of Tipster. Let him. I think by somebody, I mean Chris. Chris told me, apparently he says in this stream he dies on this hill. Leon can't come into my stream anymore saying Tipster W. Chris, are you free right now? Are you free right now? Are you free right now? I because I just caught something. I don't know if you caught it. Maybe you did. I need to know. I need to know. No, you're not free. All right. Well, look. Piece this out. Chris, before you disappear, piece this out for me. That guy on the screen, Tipster, he said he didn't look at any of this shit to confirm that it's child porn or lolicon CP. But he repeats Vosh's response in saying that, oh, I didn't know what it was. I found out what it was and then I deleted it. So he had it on his computer. It's child porn. And once he got booked on it and had to start answering questions about it, that's when he deleted it. How long was this on his fucking computer? How long was this here? How long was this for everybody? How long was this here? So you mean to tell me if nobody caught him, he would have still been having it? Tipster, you fucking idiot. The can of worms, he's not going to stream for Tipster's not streaming until the weekend, because by the weekend is when this shit will die down. Because when Tipster does this shit, he disappears and then he comes back like, oh, bro, I shit you not, he was on Twitter, I think 2 days ago, screenshotting the fact that his name was trending. And he's like, oh, what have we gotten up to today? You're defending child porn. That's what you're doing. That's why you're fucking trending. All you motherfuckers that say all publicity is good publicity, no. I don't want to go viral for defending child porn. I don't.
And so I'm just going to back off because there's no point in engaging in this conversation if people are just going to engage with me in bad faith. I'm in a community full of retards.
PG has alerted me to let you all know that she says hello.
That literally don't want to listen to what the words are that I'm actually saying are, and so I'm just not going to argue this point. I'm just moving on. In this situation, that's not what's happening. I firmly believe what I'm saying here when I say—
Wait, what did you say, Mr. Tipster? Go ahead, run that back.
This is nothing. Clip alt-writers have used to defame Vosh time and time again. Whatever this was intended to be, there's one thing for sure. This was not the move, and it was an extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vosh. I genuinely felt that way. I still feel that way. I've seen a lot of people compare this situation to the situation I had a year ago, which if you want to know what that situation was, you can look at it on my channel. We kind of talked about—
Ooh, I'm glad you said that. I was waiting for that. What is that? 37 minutes, 38 seconds. We gonna come back to that. But I need this is the part. I need this part right here. Press play, damn it.
This sounds like, this can't be true. This can't be real. There's no way in hell that this is real, right? This has got to be like a Photoshop job or something like that. I go over to his Insta story and sure enough, there it was. He was literally basically calling out anyone who disagreed with him on the situation. We're gonna be—
No, you, fuck anybody, you. That's your Twitter. That's not anyone's Twitter. That's your Twitter, you fucking moron.
Looking at some of his Insta stories, there was so much insanity on his Insta story, and we're gonna look at some of those things. I can't possibly show everything. We don't have time to show everything, but I'm gonna show—
You had time to show everything. I hate you motherfuckers that do that shit. You're lying. You are lying. You had the time. You just won't show it because the more you show it, the more you look bad. Fuck, I have only watched 41 minutes of a 2-hour stream on 1.7 speed. You look bad.
Show the things I think that matter the most. But like, I look at this and I'm like, he's either insinuating that I'm a pedophile.
You are. Fuck it. I'll say it. You're defending child porn. Go sit in the corner with the rest of them. Nobody else, you.
Post, or he's insinuating that I'm defending a pedophile.
You are.
Both of which are really bad fucking things and are not remotely fucking true to what I'm doing here. I am defending someone who is being labeled a pedophile by H3H3 and others who I don't believe that that's the fucking case. All right?
It is. Sorry. But in 21 minutes, you fucked it up. In 21 minutes, you fucked it up. And in 41, you bitched. Now that I got that. Who's that timestamp? 37:38. Let's just. This is good enough. This is close enough.
That way. I still feel that way. I've seen a lot of people compare this situation to the situation I had a year ago, which if you want to know what that situation was, you can look it up on my channel. We kind of talked about it a little earlier in the stream.
Oh my God. What a thumbnail. What a thumbnail. Yo, you got the over or under on Voss disavowing Tipster? He has to! Because those two have coincidentally fucked him. They have fucked him. This guy has fucked any argument for this man. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and dislike. That's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Voss disavowed him. Recently? Today? This morning? What the fuck? See? Now I feel like y'all lying to me. Now I feel like y'all lying to me. Now I feel like y'all lying to me. I don't see no disavowing, you fucking liars. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. I mean, fuck, but he has to. I would fucking make I would make a quick Twitter video and say directly to those two motherfuckers, go away. Go the fuck away. I don't want nor need your... Why would I want help from this? Now, here's the thing. This is from a year ago. I think in a week, it'll be a year ago to the day where this fucker had a friend, Rum, who is an NFSW artist. If you don't know what that means, basically makes some horny art. Liked some Loli. And Tipster came out of thin air, was like, no, she didn't. How dare you? And failed to really answer anything regarding the situation in actual detail. I even think he went on a stream and they asked him point blank, is this image uncomfortable? He said yes. They asked him why. He did not want to say why. I'll tell you why. Because it was a fucking child. And your friend liked it. On accident or on purpose. Who knows? Who cares? What matters is you decided to defend them to the death and fucked up horrendously. You fucked up for your friend. You fucked up for your group. Ridiculous. But fuck. Let's fucking watch this.
Tipster here, and I want
oh my God, slow.
that unfolded on Twitter a few days ago, and kind of give my thoughts on the matter. In the past, when situations have gone on involving me, I have just kind of taken it laying down and allowed people to kind of come to their own conclusions or whatever, and I've decided I'm not going to do that this time. There's far too much misinformation and misrepresentation of this situation going on, some of which is bad faith, and some of which is purely based off of ignorance. And as a result, people are coming to conclusions about my character and who I am as a person that aren't even...
Your character is fucking terrible. You wanted to fucking... Oh. And remember when I said he had... You remember when Saggy brought up these in-depth conversations? Well, fuck, a year ago, around this time, Xylee did a fucking stream with like 7 other motherfuckers, Tipster being included in that. What was the other? Who was it? Paige Christie. That's the name. That's the name of significance. And Paige Christie was running defense. And they all eventually found out that it wasn't a little girl, it was a little boy, which doesn't make it better. So instead of being a pedophile for the girls, he's a pedophile for the boys. Which then brings us all the way to this recent shit and all this shit Tipster's defending. And there's a reason why I made the stream Loli Lawyer ruined Valentine's Day and Black History Month. Tipster lost his last black friend, and on Black History Month. Paige Christie, who has me blocked unfairly. My brother's fine. Tipster is defending a person that I'm pretty sure is a nunce and is making me feel sick. My mom called because she's concerned because she's watching the H3 podcast. I already spoke to Tipster earlier today and gave him my point of view that I disagree and think that he's dying on the wrong hill. I wasn't going to do a big public I denounce Tipster moment because he's getting it from all sides, but goddammit, what the entire fuck? I'm a mom. This is a man. I wouldn't want around my children. If I feel that in my gut, then it's a problem. I'm out. Guess what? Not only is that a black woman, that's a mother. And as far as I'm aware, Vosh isn't a father, Tipster isn't a father, Keffels isn't a mother. When a mother looks at this shit, when a mother looks at this shit and says, yo, I wouldn't want that around my child, and they tell you this shit for the guy you're running defense for, you gotta realize something. You gotta realize something. Why is Keffels weaponizing black outrage as a distraction from the weirdo that they're defending? Like I'm heated. By the way, Tipster is somebody who like puts Jalen on his lap and tries to like rub their back to feel better when everybody's mean to them for justifiable reasons. And the reason is, I was about to say Keffels. Jalen's a fucking racist. Jalen's a fucking pathetic, scrawny, ugly ass racist. Just an ugly motherfucker who's a racist. I'm sorry. And if you want to run defense for that, then you got to. Great Britain has a lot of... I'm not reading that out loud. The material was Shotokan, not Lolicon. Cool. Lolly, I'm about to call him Lolly Lipster. Shody Lipster, Lolly Tipster, whatever you want to call him, he's defending child porn. May we all agree on that one. May we all come around the campfire and agree on that one. Regardless of what it is, we all come to the same conclusion. Right? Mr. Gamer, I get what you're doing. Now that we all have that around the ways, bring it all back to the main point. Tipster lost his black friend. That's his last black friend. Saggy doesn't count. Saggy is like right there with Peachy. It's people who can only celebrate Black History Month during a leap year. And coincidentally, this year's a leap year. I always got to get one in on Peachy. Who the fuck is Stardust? Stardust might defend Vosh too. Who's Stardust? Matter of fact, I don't care. Now, back to this. This guy, he got caught up in all of this because he wanted to run defense for his buddy and failed again. Looking at Tipster's neck flap move is distracting. Oh my goodness.
Remotely accurate, and I want an opportunity to clear that up. Now, I understand that not everyone uses Twitter here, and trust me, your life is much better for it. Twitter is a very cancerous place.
So you admit your life is miserable for what you're doing?
Last place, any kind of discourse should take place, which is kind of part of the problem in this particular situation. But anyway, on Twitter there was a big commotion that started surrounding a friend of mine known as Rum, a picture she liked, and my defense of her regarding this picture. Now, I get it, some of you are all probably already confused. How does liking a picture cause drama? Well, the argument was made that this picture may be inappropriate, that this picture may be qualified as something known as Loli. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Loli, Loli is anime-inspired art depicting children, and where that becomes an issue is when these pictures depict a child in an inappropriate manner. So some of the people had seen the picture that she liked and that it was in her likes on Twitter, took issue with it and interpreted it to be Loli. Now, for obvious reasons, I cannot show the picture here, but the only—
Why? Why? Is it because it's bad? Is it because it's a bad picture? That, you know, didn't he like a bunch of lolicon pictures to fuck with people? Great job, buddy. You did good. You did so good there. You did amazingly well doing that. I'm almost proud of you. I'm almost fucking proud of you. You fought so hard. You fought so well. But boy, did you miss the fucking mark spectacularly. You missed this fucking mark amazingly, Tipster.
only thing I will say is that it was not a fully nude picture, and it was not depicting a child engaged in any kind of sex act. It was a questionable picture for sure.
It was a child in skimpy clothing. Because unfortunately, I had to see that. It was a child in skimpy ass fucking clothing. And these motherfuckers were playing the body semantics game. Yo, you motherfuckers were just in my chat talking about technicalities. These motherfuckers did that shit.
Sure, but somewhat ambiguous in my opinion at the time. But a bit of a conversation regarding this image started taking place in some of the sub-communities on Twitter. And some of the people having these conversations—
That's the picture right there. Imagine lingerie. Imagine lingerie on a little girl. And you basically have your image.
We're starting to present an opinion of my—
And why is all of this happening on Black History Month?
my friend in a negative light because of this picture being in her Twitter likes. Now, at the time, I wasn't aware this was happening. I literally had no idea this was going on at all. But when she reached out to me to discuss this, I became aware of it.
Also, be sure to like the stream.
And needless to say, I know my friend. I know they aren't into that kind of shit. I know they aren't a bad person.
What do you mean they aren't into that type of... Hold on. If it pleases the Midnight Society, I would like to submit something. I would like to submit something. Now look, this would probably be the tamest shit. Is it? I need an example. I need reference. I need reference. All right, so look, this is probably the tamest shit I could actually show. Now, go back to this. What did Tipster just say? Let's scroll back a ways.
At the time. But a bit of a conversation regarding this image started taking place in some of the sub-communities on Twitter. And some of the people having these conversations were starting to present an opinion of my friend in a negative light because of this picture being in her Twitter likes.
Okay.
Now, at the time, I wasn't aware this was happening. I literally had no idea this was going on at all. But when she reached out to me to discuss this, I became aware of it. And needless to say, I know my friend. I know they aren't into that kind of shit.
This is Rum's art. So, let us back up just a little bit. When it comes to the skimpy little NSFW, Rum is into this shit. Is she into it with children? I would hope not. Did it help her case for liking that, whether it be accidental or not? No. But we're not going to pretend that Rum isn't in this field. What does Tipster's race have to do with anything? I believe I said it was Black History Month. And last I checked, Tipster is not what we in the streets call a real nigga. You know? Now, let's play technicality game. Tipster could mean that she's not into little kids in lingerie. You know? That's a fair technicality. But in terms of this stream, I'm going to say she enjoys this overall art style of sexiness for cartoon characters. Fine. As long as they're adults, I personally don't give a fuck. If they're children, we got a problem. All right, we got that square. Not
I really
here.
aren't a bad person, so of course I had something to say about the matter. And on Twitter, I said the following. I see the usual suspects are trying to call someone out for, quote, liking Loli, unquote, when they don't know what the fuck Loli actually is. Some things never change.
Ooh, godly.
Now, the reason I said this was twofold. First, the obvious. A friend of mine was in the crossfire, and I did what any good friend would do. I defended them. And second, I have seen conversations.
So why are you defending Vosh? You said Vosh isn't your fucking friend and that you both don't know each other. So why the fuck would you
about
defend
Loli happened in this
him?
community in the past that were insanely overblown. I have literally seen people cast out of this community over liking anime art that was completely harmless. Yet for some reason, this community saw an issue with it and went on the attack. And as a result of those incidents in the past, I kind of have a real personal gripe with the commentary community and their take on this issue, which I think is often a really ill-informed take. So I tweeted out this tweet, and this sparked a massive debate between myself and the rest of the community about whether this image was Loli or not. And to sum up my position as best as I possibly fucking can, my position was literally just this. Is this image Loli? And if so, why? And
Your second question is the answer to your first question. Yes. It's a child depicted sexually. And guess what? Was the image Loli? No, it was Shota, which is still a little fucking kid!
oddly enough, that
Why is this video still up? This doesn't need to be up. He promoted this shit so that people can see it.
somehow got twisted into Tipster is a Loli defender, Tipster likes Loli, Tipster is a fan of Loli, and none of that is accurate to anything that I said at all. Literally none of it. People started going nuts on Twitter about how I was a lolicon, and people started firing up live streams to dissect every word, when all I was really asking was, is this really Loli? Anyway, before I move on, let me make this crystal fucking clear. I do not like Loli content. I do not approve of the creation or consumption of Loli content. And
I can't fucking tell the way the past few days have been going, buddy.
I do not defend Loli content under any circumstances.
You're doing a terrible job of it, buddy.
I have never defended the existence of Loli content, and I never will. Period. Now, we did eventually come to the conclusion that this was actually Loli based on some digging we did on the account that originally posted it. Well, actually, it was Shota. Basically Loli, but for male characters. For those...
It's over. 4 minutes. I'm not watching the rest of this. You have negated every argument, and you want your current audience to watch this? You want your current audience to see that you were arguing about if there was a child depicted sexually, and it wasn't a little girl, it was a little boy. Oh, that makes it better, because fuck the little boys, because, you know, we gotta get more of these red pill men out here. What the fuck? This doesn't help you. This does not help you. This did not. If I remember the situation correctly, when people tried to reach out to the artist to ask if the drawing was Loli or not, the artist blocked them, which makes it even worse. This does not help Tipster. This hinders him. Loli for main characters? He did not say that. He didn't say Loli. Did he?
Clear. I do not like Loli content. I do not approve of the creation or consumption of Loli content, and I do not defend Loli content under any circumstances.
What is this? What is this stream, bro? What is this stream, Brody? Brody, what is this stream?
I have never defended the existence of Loli content, and I never will. Period. Now, we did eventually come to the conclusion that this was actually Loli based on some digging we did on the account that originally posted it. Well, actually, it was Shota. Basically Loli, but for male characters, for those of you who...
Oh, he did! Ah! Tipster! My man!
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
12 minutes of yapping to say kitty porn is kitty porn.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Son, basically. Fuck. He made a 12-minute video, but the most important part is right there. Fuck the rest of this. I don't need to watch the rest of this. I have no reason to watch the rest of this. It doesn't mean anything to watch the rest of this. It's over. Tipster really just turned around, lubed himself up, and let himself fuck himself. The super chat sound clip? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's awesome. This is why you should never start something where it might bite you in the back in the future. Bro, it's the fact that he told his audience, yo, no. Where did he? Because I think he said it at the start of the stream, too.
Who maybe don't normally tune into my streams. One of the things we like to do to get these streams started and show me that you guys are actually looking forward to today's content.
Shut up.
I've like
Skip.
further ado, I would like to talk about today's topic with you guys. It's a very contentious topic, to say the least. And I think the thing that I hate the most about this topic is it's almost 1 year to the day that I had a fight with the YouTube commentary people revolving around a similar topic.
They're right. They were right. All of them. You made yourself look fucking stupid again. And it's like the third time, because apparently he did some shit where he was in favor. I'm probably missing layers of this fucking story, and I'm pretty sure Chris is somewhere lurking in the background and he can fill in the blank for me. Didn't some dude make some child porn art of Keemstar's daughter? And didn't Tipster like try to run defense for it? Maybe I'm missing layers to this story. I will admit that. I will admit that I'm probably missing layers to this fucking story. Tipster doesn't need a wife. He fucks himself just fine. Bro, leave the wife out of it.
And I hate this particular topic because it just brings out like the biggest amount of brain rot amongst everybody on the internet. Like nobody could actually think about situations in terms of nuance or anything like that. They lose their
The guy feeding you this shit was running around a year ago saying, it's not Loli, it's not Loli. Is this Loli? How's it Loli? And then felt so proud to say, it's Loli, but for male characters. Huh? Why? Who? Huh? How? Where? Who? What? When? Why? Why? That's the overarching analysis of a question. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you think that that's an okay fucking thing to do and then promote to your fucking fans?
fucking minds, and they can't have a rational thought when it comes to this stuff. So it's really annoying to have a conversation revolving around this subject. Literally, like, the 19th will be 1 year since the last time my community had to deal with this particular subject, and it's fucking annoying.
Your community had to deal with this? You mean you? You had to deal with this by yourself. Nobody else. You. This was your fight that you lost in hilarious fashion. And instead of being like, you know what? I was wrong about a lot of the shit we were fucking discussing. Yeah, fuck, it was disgusting too. I was wrong about a lot of the shit we were talking about. Even though I tried to play a semantics game, I got it wrong. And that's how the kids say L. And I won't fucking get myself in this situation again. And it's like he fucking said, almost a year to the damn day that he does it again. Why? Motherfucking why?
Okay, it's genuinely fucking annoying. But in any case, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are doing great. Like I said, I'm not doing too bad myself. I'm just vibing for sure. Let me go ahead and get started by shouting out some random names in the crowd. Dragonborn, 64. We just got to get right into it because it's a doozy for sure. So let's go ahead and let's get into the topic. Let me go ahead and switch to my screen share so we can just jump right into it. All
right, y'all got the semantics. I don't think he was defending Shadman. He was defending one of his goth mommies that accidentally like. All right. Like, I admitted I probably got that story a little bit misconstrued. But guess what? That's what's called being honest. You got the story misconstrued. You can be honest about that. We're all natural human beings. Stories that happen from time to time over the years. You could fucking say, all right, before I say this, I'm probably misconstruing, missing some details about this. So we're good. We're good. It's just that simple. See how easy it is? I know it's difficult being a content creator for some of you motherfuckers. But you see how easy it is when you don't really have full detail and you want to give your opinion on something? You can admit, yeah, I really got the full understanding here. I don't really know it all in detail. So I'm comfortable saying that. And if I get checked on it, oh God, I'm not gonna say, fuck you, you're out here lying. I'm gonna say, oops, my bad. Oops. Let's keep it pushing. Oops. Y'all need to, you know what? The word of the day for this stream, the word of the day is oops. That's what we're gonna start doing now. Every time I do a stream here, we gotta figure out what the word of the day is gonna be. We gotta figure out the word of the day. We gotta figure out the word of the fucking day. The word of the day for this stream is oops. It's oops. Motherfucking oops. There ain't nothing else, it's oops. Learn how to fucking admit you fucked up. Tipster, whether you watch this in the shadows, somebody clips this, and you see it, learn to just fucking let your friends die. This is a lesson for everybody. Learn to let your friends die. Yeah, fuck them. I get that they're your buddies and whatnot. I get that you won't stick up for them and whatnot. But eventually, whether you like it or not, you gotta let your friends die. Can't defend them every time. Sometimes you gotta let them what? Die. You let them die, maybe they can come back to life. You let them die, maybe they can redeem themselves by themselves. If he just let his friends die, he wouldn't be in this situation where he's got to fucking hide behind a bunch of moderators and hope they all put everybody in check. Hope they put him in check, because God knows I can't fucking do it, even though I'm a grown fucking man. Holly Tootie meet the fucking freshman fruity. But fuck. When you say die, you sound like Peter Griffin. Why are you all bullying me on a day where I don't have a Valentine? I don't have a Valentine. So you know what? All bullying is considered harassment, and you will be put up to the High Council for ban. You make fun of me on Valentine's Day, you're banned. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, right. Yeah. Banned. I don't feel like opening another fucking tab to go into my YouTube studio to fucking do that. But fuck. Everybody just fucking just let, in the future, Tipster. Hold on. Where is it? Tipster. Look at me. Someone you used to have not deep conversations with, but like some real conversations. What they were about, not gonna fucking disclose. Let your friends, let your associates, let fellow content creators die. Don't fight for them unless you have significant proof to defend them. And even when you do, don't open your mouth. Just let it all. What Lil Wayne said, let it all work out. You let it work out, they'll figure it out. They'll be all right. They gonna be all right. They gonna still make their content. They not gonna be banished. They just gonna have a bunch of people look at them and say, ew. And what? You're not going to jail for a bunch of motherfuckers saying ew. Okay? You're not. You're not. Tipster, the next time this happens, because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Somebody, whether it be in his friend group, whether it be somebody in one of his friends' friend group, he's going to stick his neck out for him. He's going to. Tipster, love of God, I hope you see this. Let him die. Let him just die. Don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing else. Don't even subtweet. Don't even like a tweet. Don't even retweet nothing. Just let him die. But if push come to shove, maybe then you could stick your neck out for him. But until that specific time comes, let him die. You let him die, you won't have this problem whatsoever. Do we understand? Do you all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Should we place bets? I mean, you can. I kind of am enjoying my winnings from the Super Bowl because how the fuck you don't bet against Tom Brady, you definitely don't bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially when the NFL is scripted. You crazy? Scripted for me to win. Oh man. Where is this? Oh, here. Here's the hold on. What is this? What did I just get sent? Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. I do need that. I do need that. Thanks for the 5, Tobe. Don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. I need this. Because apparently... Wait, I need another thing before I get to blah, blah, blah. Because Chris is the dipple shit. Is the hilarious dipple shit who put this up for everybody to see. So I'll reserve this. So he does this whole stream not watching it because in like 21 minutes, he and Vosh walk away from this looking bad, and no amount of him bitching about H3 doing something he doesn't like is going to help save him from that.
No, you didn't. Okay, that's the clip. Okay. So let me summarize my thoughts on this. I'm not trying to...
Also,
as much as I
stop
hate China
hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you?
I'm not trying to pick a fight with Ethan or Gila or the H3 podcast crew. I just think that whether it was intentional or not, they were very much misrepresenting what was being said here by Vosh. And I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they didn't intend to do that. Maybe they just misunderstood his positions. And maybe it would be beneficial for them and Vosh to have a conversation. And maybe they would better understand it. I don't know. And it looks like at this point, we're never going to know the answer to that because Vosh is refusing to talk to him. And I can't blame him. When somebody misrepresents you in this way, it's understandable that you would be upset, right? It's totally understandable that you would be upset. So I think it's fucked up. And I hope that...
It's also understandable that when you're somebody who gets defended... Oh my God, Chris, where were you 5 minutes ago where I asked you to fill in the blank for these fucking stories? What's this shit with Tipster and the Shad man? What's the story there? Fill in the blank. Appreciate your super chat, but fill in the blank. You know more about this shit than I do. So fill in the blank. I represent the normal people, and the normal people are trying to piece all this shit together so that we can come to our conclusion and then leave. You know, the normal people need to come to an understanding here. So fill in the blank, Chris.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you? Check that out. All right, I'll check that out after I hear Tipster's apparent testimony, because apparently he let everybody know that this was his testimony.
At this point, it looks like Ethan's doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. I hope that he reconsiders. I genuinely hope that he reconsiders at some point. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it is what it is. This is where we're at now, and it sucks. As somebody who was genuinely starting to like Ethan's content again, I really loved the debate arc that he was on. I mentioned this before, seeing him debate Ollie London.
Because he debated people you didn't fucking like. That's it. You didn't fucking like him for the content. You liked it because it was people you didn't like getting shit on.
Things, XQC, and those types of things. I thought those were great pieces of content, and I really liked what he was doing there. And when we saw those debates, we saw him act in good faith and actually come with the receipts to back up the statements he was making. He was doing awesome stuff with that content. And then we see this, where he literally just he's not representing what Vosh is actually saying at all. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to disagree with my position on this. That's fine. Not everybody has to agree with me. If I legitimately thought that Vosh was advocating for things that would potentially bring harm to children, I would not be defending him here.
Cool. You think he's not advocating for anything. What about the porn? The porn on his folder is the ultimate problem for me. Normal guy representing... How many people in here? How many people in here? How many people in here? There's 109 people in here. We're all the normal people. We do not, as much as we want to, sit online and see all this shit play out in real time. Sometimes we gotta wait. Sometimes we gotta reconvene. Sometimes we got to reconvene and come to the conclusion the normal people win. I heard that motherfucker Chris brought this shit up to me yesterday. All this pedo jacketed shit. All these made up fucking words. No normal people do this shit. Oh, no. Normal people don't do this shit. Normal people don't make up words for their YouTube arguments. We just chill. Smoke a little bit of beer. Drink a little bit of marijuana. You know, real human shit. You know? Perfect time to check the link. Jesus Christ. Is it really? I want to hear his testimony. His testimony is supposed to be like in powerful speech.
I would not be defending him if I thought he actually believed in, arguments in favor of child pornography. I would not be defending him if I actually believed he was in favor of sexual relationships between adults and minors. I would not be defending him for any of these things if this were true. I would be disavowing him. But the thing is, it's not true. And that's why I'm going to bat for him. And it doesn't benefit me at all. I've spent the past couple days being called a lolly.
Bro, anytime you defend this shit, it doesn't benefit you at all. So I'll give you credit. I guess you just in it for the love of the game. I guess you just in it for the love of the game. So point Tipster.
Pedophile and all this insanely
You got me
shit.
there, buddy.
What's the benefit to me to cover this shit and go to bat for him? There is none. I'm just doing it because I think it's the right thing.
Shit, you got 14K views on this video, bro. You got some benefit out of it.
To do to call out bad faith actors when they're being bad faith. That's all I really have to say about this. I'm not going to raid into anyone because I understand that there's a lot of people who are very malicious who are watching the stream right now, and I don't want to send. They're
calling you a fucking lolicon. They're so malicious. They're mad. They're watching me fuck up. I don't want them to see anyone else fuck up. Oh, they're so fucking malicious. They're so fucking malicious. You fucker Chris the Narc, he's a racist. And he was lurking. He perpetuated a coordinated attack upon the Tippinator, the Voshinite, and the... I'm losing steam on my joke here. I don't have the Keffels. I can't come up with a name for that shit.
Any of these horrible people their way, so we're not going to do a raid today. But I'm going to end the stream with this. I stand by what I said. I don't think Vosh is a bad person. I don't think that he genuinely has any opinions that would be harmful to children, and I would not defend him if I thought he was. And that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh shit! 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 Oh my God. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? How far would Tipster go to defend people who don't deserve it? Oh God, what is this? What is this?
Also, Chris from Mr. Beast, right? He got exposed for posting Loli. The artist is the same artist that drew my daughter.
Oh, whoa!
At the time, Keemstar's daughter was only 7 years old. On November 18th, 2016, Chad continued his trend of drawing real-life lolly art when he drew Lieutenant Corbus posed sexually with a microphone. Keep in mind that this girl was new to being a celebrity at the time, and once again, was just 11 years old. In a post from October 5th, 2010, Chad writes that he was forced to remove all pornographic images from his site because of laws in Switzerland that prohibited depicting underage people in art.
The Chris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for Mr. Beast's brand.
Now let's see what Tipster thinks.
Alright guys, so as you know, there's been a lot of people on the internet making a big deal about the fact that Chris Tyson from the Mr. Beast crew came out as gender non-conforming recently, and they're trying to make a lot of outrage and drama surrounding somebody basically just trying to live their life. But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Chris Tyson is a pedophile because he made some edgy jokes about Loli and kids.
Remember when I said Tips is 0 for 3? This was the third. This is like the second one. This is the second one.
Now, I gotta be honest, they're not the kind of jokes
Oh fuck, it could be the first!
I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes...
Bro, wait, no, why is that always his defense? Why is that always his stance? Now, it's not something I would do. It's not something I would consume. It's not something I would partake in. It's not something I would jerk off to. Stop! Stop doing that!
Makes you a pedophile. I kid you not, that's how low the bar for pedophilia has become. At this point, give it like a month or two, and you'll be considered a pedophile just for breathing the same air as children.
What a fucking... That is somebody's child. Wait! The guy who was crying that a bunch of people were making jokes about him and his wife getting a divorce and how that upset him and how he fucking escaped Alcatraz, known as the commentary community, to get a new lease on life, was doing this shit? Was sitting here trying to scapegoat a guy drawing somebody he knows, somebody who at one point he considers a friend, his former friend's daughter, in a sexual light. So you'll go to bat for the worst people, bro. I understand everybody's not innocent in this life; they're not. But holy shit. Holy shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me. So we have not one but two. No, we have three! We have his fucking shit he promoted from last year. We have this, and now we have him sticking up for Vosh. That's three. And all three of them, he's fucking failed. He's struck out. 3 strikes, you out. You are out. You're not out of no community. You out from talking about this shit because you are a fucking failure. This is failure shit. Who has the son? Keemstar! And some fucking... I'm not going back and showing that shit. Some fuck drew child porn of his child. This motherfucking tipster called it edgy jokes. Man, no. No. So Willie Mack made this video. And it came out yesterday, which was not Monday, as this bastard promised. Willie Mack, you got one more motherfucking time to say on Twitter that you coming out with a video on a specific day and you don't produce that shit, motherfucker. Or I am going to get all my black friends, because you're doing this shit on Black History Month, and we are going to scream sweet nothings into your fucking ear while you sleep. That's what the fuck we gonna do.
Vosh is the 3rd largest left-leaning political streamer. He
Speed it up. For the love of God. Speed it up fast.
views himself as an intellectual mastermind.
My moral principles are rock solid. I feel like I've outpaced him intellectually.
He sexually harassed a girl and then said she doesn't even deserve basic human rights.
Poppy is not worth apologizing to. She is barely worth the intrinsic human rights to which all human beings are endowed, okay?
I'm done. If Tipster wants to defend somebody who doesn't think a woman deserves basic human rights, we're done here. Tipster, you're a colossal fuck up. Never speak on this fucking subject again. Never speak on any of these subjects ever again. You're a failure as a political streamer. You're a failure as a variety streamer. I wish you would stop, but you won't stop. And to Chris, because I know you're gonna shit on me for this, because I've told you how, you know, I was one of the people who pushed Tipster into speaking very confidently about his political beliefs. Guess what? You have to take credit for that stupid ass Asian who would probably do some dumb ass shit like this too. So you know what? Pot is definitely calling the kettle black. Everybody, go as fast as you can, if you haven't, to watch Willie's video. Go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. It only takes me 24 seconds of a video. It takes me 24 seconds of a video to get the overall gist of this shit. Of who Tipster said he wants to defend. So he can go do that, and it makes him look so fucking terrible. He can do that. He can purity test everybody, but guess what? As long as he's doing that, he's a fucking freak who defends people consuming child porn. So if that's the hill he wants to die on, I'll gladly be one of the first people to bury you on that dirty ass fucking hill. And everybody else, I will see you in the next stream. I'm not watching this. The first 24 seconds gave me everything I needed to know. Goodbye.